I've been reading tons of books for the past few years. Most are meh, while some of them are really good. So today I'll be talking about my top 5 books. So let's go. The criteria. I've ranked these top 5 based on the following criteria. How easy to read, how impactful on how I see the world, whether I will recommend them to a random stranger on the streets, impact in my life, and most importantly, the usefulness of it. Number 5. This to me is number 5, which is 5 Types of Wealth by Sahil Bloom. Wealth is not just about money, but there are also other aspects of life that you can be wealthy too. The author breaks life into 5 different wealths: time, social, mental, physical, and financial. This book is about designing a life so that you will be rich in all 5 of them, not just financial. What I like about this book is very easy to read and is very practical. First, the author will help you find out which of the 5 aspects of life that you are weaker in, like whether is it time, social, mental, or physical, or financial. And then he will explain why each of the wealths are important and why you should probably take note of them. For example, for time wealth, maybe you should focus on it because, as you can see, these are the weeks that you have in your life, and when you shade all the ones that you have already passed, then you can notice that there are only not many weeks left in your life, so maybe you should take note of it. Then he will break each of the wealths into 3 different pillars which builds up the wealth, and he will also give the practical tips that will help improve the aspect of wealth that are built around those pillars. One thing that I took away from this book is the importance of time planning. Before reading this, I had no plans every day, and when I wake up every day, I have to figure out what I want to do during that day itself, which I find out that is the main reason why I procrastinated a lot. Starting a task was difficult because I had to waste energy just to think about what to do before even doing the task itself. So to counter this, I took the idea of time blocking in the book and used this technique every day. I planned to the next day the night before and then follow the plan the next day. So now, instead of thinking about what to do before even doing the task, I can just go straight to doing the task, which helps reduce the procrastination a lot. Number 4. In terms of improving my creative work productivity, I really like the book called The Art of War by Steven Pressfield. When you're doing creative works like editing or writing, there will sometimes be resistance before you start doing the work. It can come in the form of procrastination, fear, or self-doubt. This resistance will stop most people from doing their work and never fully pursue their projects. So to help overcome this, the author will give a manual on figuring out what exactly is that resistance, how to defeat it, and unlock your inner creativity. What I like about this book is that the chapters are really short, like maybe 1 page or so. So reading this book doesn't feel like a marathon and you can grasp the ideas really easily. It is insightful for the first part, which is about understanding resistance, and also relatively practical about how to counter it. To me, it is eye-opening to know what resistance actually is and how it actually grows. So if you're into creative works, you can check out this book. Number 3. If I did not read the top 2 books, I will have put this to the top. It is The Power of Now by, sorry for butchering it, Eckhart Tolle. Even though I only read the first few chapters, those chapters really helped me a lot in my life. This book is about how you can be present in the moment while you are stuck in your mind all the time, and how to use your body and energy. The part of the book which helped me a lot was how to not get stuck in your mind all the time. I was struggling with my inner thoughts before reading this because of some social reasons. I was struggling and fighting those thoughts that was producing in my mind for many months, and to be honest, it was one of my lowest point of my life. Even before sleeping, those thoughts kept coming up in my mind, and it was really frustrating until the point that I got a headache. So I decided to pick up a book to help with this, and I saw this book and gave it a try. I was reading this book on a bus and I found out the problem all along. I was fighting the thoughts, I was replying to the thoughts, which to the author was not gonna help. To the author, the best way to counter this or overcome this was to observe the mind instead of identifying with it. You should accept the thoughts and redirect your attention from the mind to your body. Knowing this and give the idea a try, it helped with my mental struggles by about 50%, which was a lot at the time. I started to become happier, I started to become lighter, and I started to live life without my mind bothering me. So if you are maybe like me, maybe give this book a try or a shot, see whether it helps with that or not. Number 2. This book is pretty similar to the last one in terms of concepts, which is The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. This book is mainly about the thoughts inside your mind and how to let your emotional energy flow through your body. I think you're starting to see a pattern here. Compared to Power of Now, this book focuses more on observing the inner voices and letting thoughts and emotions pass through you. The idea is to stay open and let experiences flow through you instead of storing everything inside. Whereas Power of Now focuses more on the present moment and using your body to detach your attention from your mind. Combining both books really helped reduce my mental struggles by another 30%, which is good. Number 1. You probably will guess which book will be number 1 just by looking at my YouTube channel. I've been studying this book for a while now, and it is the only book that have notes in the margin. And this book is Discourses by Epictetus, specifically the translation by Robin Hart. This book is a collection of lectures that were taught by Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher who was born as a slave. Epictetus mainly taught the idea of figuring out what is in our control versus what is not, and you should focus on what you can control and accept what you can't calmly. He also taught what makes us humans different from other species and how to use it. Most lessons in the book can be applied immediately in our lives. Like literally just understanding that I should focus on what I can control changed majority of my life. There are situations that will sort of bother me and urge me to talk about it or urge me to argue about it, which is actually useless because the event has already happened and there's no point reacting to it already. Why should you whine when the teacher gave you too much homework? The homework is still there. Because of this, it also changed my worldview. It made me realize how many things in this world are not worth my attention. Why should you care about Diana and Michael arguing in the office? It doesn't change your life. It doesn't help you achieve your goals. That's why this book is number 1 for me. So yeah, these are my top 5 books. Anyways, just my opinion. Bye.